in this area. And that's crazy because I know that we should be stronger in numbers because there's so much against us when I'm in Topeka. And so I want to change that this election year, but I need your help. I need you to help people get to the polls. I need you to encourage people to fill out their mail-in ballot. How many people have filled out their mail-in ballot information? Good, I just did that. We gotta have trust in the mail-in ballot system. The election polls are gonna be crazy this year with a lot of people in line trying to vote. Don't even mess with that. Just mail in, fill out your information, and do the mail-in ballot. I've never did it before, so I filled out my information for the primary and the general election. So who can tell me, when is our primary here for Wichita? When's our primary date for Kansas? Can anybody tell me? Get it on your mind. August 4th, good job. What about our general election, our presidential election? Who knows that? November 3rd, great. See, we're waking up. We're being more aware, and that's what I want people to know and understand. Primary election is right around the corner. We have so much at stake right now. Our economy is at stake. Our health care is at stake. We need police reform now. There's so much. So I encourage you to get out and vote. And thank you again to our dignitaries that are here to come into the district to talk today. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate all of you. And have a good rest of your afternoon. Thank you.
Hello. I'm stepping in for Angela now. She doesn't like speaking, if you guys didn't know that. Anyways, we got another speaker. It is it's our council member, District Cindy Claycomb. Give Cindy a round of applause here.
Hey, thank you all for coming out today and for having me. This is in City of Wichita. This is District 6. Okay, so always remember where you are and where you vote. You know, it used to be that elections on election day, there were street festivals and street theater and debates going on. It was just a real celebration. And now I think we treat voting kind of as just a duty, like something on our to-do list. And then by the time we, work and raise our kids and run errands, sometimes voting just falls off of our radar. So it's really important to vote. It really is. Democracy is, it is so important to our democracy. And as a council member, most of what I spend my time doing is listening and working with people like you. And so I think that's really important, that you know who your representatives are, and that when you go out to vote, that you understand who you're voting for. We need involved and engaged citizens who know who their representatives are, so that you can vote for those people who support the same things that you support. So again, thank you all for coming out today, and remember, register to vote and vote. Thanks.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Again, we thank you all for coming out. Hope you guys have registered. Me and Angela have been partners for a while. We always do some little crazy events like this. We got one coming up August 1st. Right, Angela? August 1st. She'll be posting more about that because I don't have social media except for texting. Anyways, our next speaker is NAACP, Mr. Larry Burks.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Yeah, just as your announcer said, I'm Larry Burks. I'm the president for the Wichita branch of the NAACP. And when I say Wichita branch, it's not the Northeast Wichita branch of the NAACP. It's the Wichita branch in NAACP. So we represent the entire city. Likewise, all of you that are here. Just a couple of important things. People have said lots of stuff here, and it's all going to be very good, and we need to listen. You know, our branch for the NAACP celebrated its 100th year this past April. Okay. Now, that means we have been established in this city 100 years ago, looking out for the rights of all people, the civil rights of all people in the city of Wichita. All minorities, women, African Americans, anyone who is in need of our support and services, we're there for that. So please understand that. And we'd like to have some of you join the NAACP and be a part of that as well. We have a website. We have contact information that I can give you so that you can kind of do the outreach to us and you can be there with us, and we appreciate your help and your support. Now, everybody said it's important to vote, and that is in fact true. We want you to do that. We want you to encourage others to vote as well. But the other thing after that, we want you to do the follow-up. I mean, when I say do the follow-up is once we vote and we get the people that we want in office, keep them and hold them accountable to the things that need to happen in our communities. So many times, we kind of just don't care about that, and people just say, oh, this is going to vote. You have to take it another step. And that next step is to do the follow-up, because we have a lot of legislation that will impact all of our lives that we need to make sure the folks that we put in office do that. Our council people, they are there, they represent us, and they want to be accountable to you. Okay, so reach out to them, and let's make sure that we understand the importance of us being a part of civil government as well. Voting, follow-up, there's a lot of important civil rights issues that are going to be going on during this election cycle. It's the entire temperature of all of these things has been turned up tremendously. So please, this is important. We're glad that everybody has interest in this. Please encourage others to vote. Make sure you register to vote. Make sure you complete your census. How many of you have completed your census? Okay, good shot. That's another good piece as well, because when we do that, that gives the government a little leeway to say, okay, this is where we need to spend money at in our communities and for the people and programs that need to be spent for. So that's very important. So please make sure you encourage also your friends, if they haven't done so, to do the census as well. Okay, I want to thank you all for coming out and being a part. It's a pleasure for me being here. Just like I am here to vote, to register people to vote. If you're not registered to vote, everybody else here is, I guess, on the same accord. So please, let's do this. Let's have a good time, and let's open some productive dialogue and keep that dialogue going, because this is our city. Okay, this is our city, and we need to make sure that the things that we need, okay, are in fact looked after. And we do that through being responsible citizens, voting, and keeping in touch with the legislators that you put in office. We need to make sure that they work for us, okay, and that we get our money's worth from them. And I'm sure they want to do that as well. So thank you all so very much. Let's have a great time, and let's vote, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Larry Burks. Again, so like I said, me and Angela are putting together if you guys were here last year for the back in the day cookout reunion thing that we had here, it won't be here this year. It's going to be out at Evergreen, August 1st. We're going to partner with Evergreen. We got some things coming up with them. So just, again, make sure you watch Angela's Facebook. She's my social media girl there. Right, Angela? Anyways, next we have Director It Takes a Village, Mr. Terry Atwater.
Okay, as she stated, my name is Terry Atwater. I operate some group homes here in Wichita for teens, but this is about a whole lot more than that, right? If we're going to complain, right? If we're going to yell and complain about things, we've got to vote. right? If you don't vote, you lose all bragging rights, right? You just have to accept what people are going to give to you, right? And so we've got to vote and get in all elections, right? Not just the presidential election. We've got to vote in all elections. We've got to get people at the table that represent us, right? If we don't get, I'm telling you, if we don't get people at the table, if we're not at the table, we're probably on the menu. So we've got to make sure. We got to make sure that we vote. We get out there. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to air our grievances, our differences on Facebook. That's wonderful. Twitter, all the other ones. All that's wonderful, right? But if you don't go and vote, if you're not registered, you haven't gone back here to register to vote, shame on you, right? Shame on you, because the only way we get heard is to put those people in positions that represent us, right? If we don't do that, then we have to accept others to solve our problems. Okay? So be sure and get out there and vote. I know I'm just echoing a lot of things that everybody else has said, but again, hey, I'm telling you, if we're not at the table, we're probably on the menu. So please be sure and vote. Thank you. Enjoy yourself and have a good evening. All right.
All right, next we have First Phase Dance Team. Let's give them a round of applause. They not here yet?